Hello and thank you for joining me. So I recently went for a lovely dog walk in our local woods and I was delighted to be greeted with an incredible blue carpet of bluebells. It smelt and felt like spring. I made a throwaway comment to my wife about how a carpet like this takes decades, if not centuries, to establish because bluebells spread at an astonishingly slow rate. But as I heard myself say this as a fact, I recognised I had absolutely no substance to my knowledge, and I went home and looked into bluebells, and what a cool flower they are. Apparently the UK contains almost 50% of the world's population of bluebells, and they're protected under the Wildlife and Countryside Act of 1981, meaning we're prohibited from digging up the plant or the bulb in the countryside or removing them from our own land to sell. It turns out that my made-up fact was in fact correct. Bluebells are associated with ancient woodlands, meaning woodlands that have been in existence since at least 1600. The Woodland Trust considers that some bluebells may even mark remnants of the original wildwoods that covered Britain after the last ice age. A carpet of bluebells can contain many thousands of bulbs, which do take decades to spread. A bluebell seed even takes up to 4 to 5 years to become a flowering bulb. The bluebell has some great names linked to its position in folklore, such as cuckoo's boots, lady's nightcap, fairy's thimbles, and dead man's bells. Much of the folklore revolves around the dark fairy magic. Bluebells were said to ring when fairies were summoning their kin to a gathering, but if a human heard the sound, they'd be visited by a bad fairy and die not long thereafter. If you're to pick a bluebell, many believe you'll be led astray by fairies, wandering lost forevermore. So not surprisingly, therefore, it's considered unlucky to trample on a bed of bluebells because you would anger the fairies resting there. In Greek legend, Endium, which forms part of the original Latin name for the bluebell, was a beautiful but mortal youth who was lulled into an eternal sleep by his lover, the moon goddess Selene, so that he would never grow old and die. As such, the bluebell is a symbol of consistency and everlasting love. It's said that if you turn a bluebell flower inside out without tearing it, you will win the one you love. And if you wear a wreath of bluebells, you will only be able to tell the truth or speak the truth. Bluebells have been used for a variety of different things throughout history. Their sticky but toxic sap was used to bind the pages of books, ancient books, and glue the feathers onto arrows. And during the Elizabethan period, the bulbs were crushed to make starch for the ruffs and collars and sleeves. Bluebell sap is also being researched currently for potential to help cancer and HIV, among other things. So next time you're fortunate enough to be in the presence of a bluebell wood, imagine the history that's passed by it over the centuries and respect what may be hidden behind the beauty, both in the toxicity of the sap and also in the fairies that may be waiting to lure you away. On our walk, whilst we were lucky to see a fairy door, we didn't hear the bells ringing. I hope your weekend is full of beauty, mystery, and a little intrigue. Thank you very much for listening.